Good evening, everyone. Very excited tonight. And hey, you get to see the face and not the hands tonight. So welcome to Learning Live for Tuesday, March the 14th. Unbelievable how quickly we are moving through things. If you guys have been watching our social media feed, you know that it has been a Spellbinders kind of day. So it just absolutely perfect timing to have our special guests here with us tonight. And they are going to be talking about all things Glimmer. Now, you did see, we did also open pre-sales on the 2 awesome advent calendars that are coming, but tonight is all about Glimmer. So a big welcome to Kim and Nicole from Spellbinders. So excited to have them here to talk about Glimmer. And please do put questions into the comments because I will feed the questions to the ladies. You guys have heard me talk about Glimmer. You've heard me talk about this Glimmer live event. Well, now you get to hear it from the people who are putting it on. So hello, Nicole and Kim, and thank you for joining us tonight.
Hello, we're happy to be here.
Yay!
Thanks so much. Super excited to talk about Glimmer and getting on the, as we say, Glimmer train.
Yes, we are so excited about Glimmer. And I will tell you, people have heard the story before, but we both were very reluctant at first as well. When we first launched Glimmer here at Spellbinders, and we're like, we're good. We got plenty of other things to work with.
We've got lots of die cuts to play with.
Tons of, yeah. And then me personally, I had to go present it to Notions. And I figured if I'm presenting it to 50 sales reps, I'd better learn how to use it. So I did. And I joked that I put myself through Glimmer Bootcamp, which basically is code for use the machine, practice with it, play with it, because there is a learning curve. For sure. But I think that learning curve actually has come down a lot since we first launched it. I'll tell you that. But once you experience, as Erin says, that peel and reveal moment, hooked. Absolutely hooked.
Totally. And now we can hardly create projects here in the studio. I do a lot of education for Spellbinders. And it seems like a card's not even complete without a little touch of Glimmer on it.
Just a little.
A little or a lot.
Yeah, depends.
For sure.
And I'll just pipe in and say I've taken a whole bunch of classes with Kim through our retailer trainings, everything else. She makes classes fun. She makes classes awesome. And you guys, there's nothing to fear about Glimmer.
No, it's so much fun. And you will walk away with just like feeling so empowered. And as Sherry says, as I always say, then you're going to want to Glimmer all the things. So we're super excited to be hosting Glimmer Live. We're kind of taking that idea of Glimmer Bootcamp really to your homes and to you and doing it live with Kim. I'll be there too, but all I do is lob comments to her. She does all the work and makes it look super easy. And so to do that and to bring that to life, we had to bring you some fresh new products because I know some of you are already on the train, right? We know on the train. Yes. So we want to give you fresh, fun, new stuff to play with as well. And then for those of you that might be total Glimmer newbies, or maybe you even have the machine and you haven't opened it yet, now is the time.
We see you out there.
We know you're there. Yes. So we have put together an amazing bundle of brand new product that hasn't been released yet to kind of get you in and get you on that Glimmer train. And so do we want to look at that stuff now? Does that sound good?
Let's take a look.
Matt, go ahead and put that screen up, and then we will switch to their overhead camera.
Oh, yeah. So save the date, May 13th. May 13th is the date that we're going to be doing Glimmer Live, hands-on workshop, live from this studio right here. I promise you, our video guru is on vacation right now, so we're kind of like
We're a little behind the scenes today.
I promise you it'll be a little more polished when we go live on May 13th. But the class is on May 13th. But obviously, we want to get your kits in your hands a little bit earlier. And so Kim can show you all the beautiful things that come in the kit.
Absolutely.
And just to clarify, it's 9 a.m. Pacific, which for us here in the Eastern time zone is 12 noon. So have an early lunch, get a snack ready, and then we will hit the ground running.
Perfect. Love it. Love it.
Absolutely. And of course, you did notice one of the big old letters on that screen is hands-on, and that's absolutely what we want to bring to you. So let's take a look at some of the amazing products. You see it in the photo there, but here's some great things real life. A lot of times we start with our collection kind of based on a shape. And I'm absolutely in love with this new shape that we came up with. We're calling it Hexy Gems because it's kind of a spin off a hexagon. Love our diamond shape. So it's kind of the happy marriage of both, really. So this is a nesting die that is going to be amazing for your crafting all year long. But of course, it coordinates with our Glimmer solid plate. And so these two items really kind of work together. That's kind of the basis for Glimmer Live. We're going to teach you a lot of super fun techniques with these solid plates. So many fun things you can do with them, from glimmering other die cuts to just creating so many fun effects. Here's kind of an effect that we have where we call double glimmering. So we're going to glimmer that solid shape, and then we're going to put the beautiful floral on top. And again, we can bring it up to the camera a little bit closer there. Just getting some of that beautiful glimmering light there. So
that's my favorite technique. I loved when you taught us that at Christmas time.
Yeah, so fun.
And because it's easy. I mean, I know it might look super fancy, and it is super fancy, but it's so easy. And once you get the hang of Glimmer, and I tell this story too, I made Mother's Day cards. I banged out literally 3 Mother's Day cards using this technique in 10 minutes last year. Perfect. It's super fun.
Exactly. So here's again a little close up of that beautiful floral that we'll be working with. And of course, the floral is stunning on its own. We're going to be kind of sharing some tips on coloring this, bringing it to life that way, bringing it to life with different colored foils. And of course, as I just mentioned, double foiling it with all the beautiful things.
Coordinating die,
right?
And
it has a matching die. Absolutely. Yeah. Here's the plate loose. So you've got your Glimmer plate and die. And if you're wondering, what's the difference, Kim? What are you talking about? Glimmer plate versus die? We're going to talk about all those little details during this whole Glimmer Live session. So absolutely walk you through. If you've never opened your machine, it's A-okay, because we're going to walk you through exactly how to do every last thing. And then we're going to go on to so many more fun techniques too. What we call kind of advanced techniques, just things that are going to, as we like to say around here, turn you into a super fan.
That's right.
A glimmering super fan. And of course, to complete our card projects, we're going to be having this really fun kind of, I guess Nicole kind of calls it a one and done sentiment. You're going to glimmer the sentiment plate. You're going to come in with a one single die, one run through the machine, and you've got just a ton of sentiments to pop up on your cards. Here's just a few of them. Cut and glimmered, all the best occasions too.
So nice to have them all done at once, and then you can just tuck them away.
Yeah.
Perfect. I agree.
Have a whole stash ready to go. And we've pretty much covered all the best occasions in this set. So I know that's going to be one that I'm going to reach for time and time again. So what do we glimmer on, Kim? Let's just talk about that. We've got a whole ton of Glimmer specialty paper. This is kind of one of the tried and true, I guess, tricks. It's almost, we call it a trick, but we've developed this beautiful specialty paper, and it glimmers so beautifully every time. So we're going to give you a ton of that, so you have lots of room to practice. Don't have to feel bad about that. Lots of fun, solid color cardstocks. This is our heavier color essential cardstock, glimmers beautifully. And then we've thrown in these two, which are really fun. And I don't know if we can get some glimmer. Oh, yeah, there we can. Some of our brush cardstock, again, glimmers beautifully. You're going to just love all those effects. Throwing in a couple envelopes, just because, you know, more fun techniques, all the fun things. We just, maybe it feels like we're throwing a lot at you, but honestly, we're going to take our time during this Glimmer Live. We're going to absolutely walk you through soup to nuts. And by the end of the 3 hours, you're going to be feeling like a Glimmer pro.
That's right.
That's our promise.
That's a promise.
And we're going to have fun in the meantime. Will we make mistakes? Of course. Will we accidentally glimmer our plate? Probably. But you know what? It's all good. That's how we learn.
You're not on the Glimmer train until you glimmer your plate or your shims. Everybody does it. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah.
So ladies, do you say
that nice and full?
For beginners or for advanced glimmerers or for everybody?
It's really for both. Like we're going to start out with the very basics, but that only takes a few minutes. Honestly, we're going to recommend you grab your Glimmer machine, heat it up a couple times before class, and we'll be sharing all that information. You know, it's not really homework, but it's a little bit of pre-work that we'll have you do. Just testing your machine, making sure everything's A-okay. And then the first, maybe 20 minutes, we're going to walk you through the basics. Again, if you're not familiar with Glimmer, you absolutely can catch on quickly with that. And then after that, it's off to the races, showing you all the fun techniques and all the fun tips and tricks, really more than anything, to make your Glimmer just all the things successful with your Glimmer hot foil system.
And you may find, as we have done this before and it's worked really well to have this kind of interaction. And it might be like, gosh, virtually, can we do this? Yeah, we can do it. Because my job is to sit over in that chair and say, whoa, Kim, can you show that again? Kim, show that again.
Right.
Someone's having a challenge with this. Let's walk through why that's happening and how to avoid it. So we do a lot of troubleshooting that first, I'd say 45 minutes or so to make sure. And then you're like, oh. And then you start seeing it. You're like, oh my God, look what I did. And it's so exciting. It's just super fun.
And then you're not going to want to stop.
And you're not going to want to stop.
Absolutely.
It's so true. Mm-hmm. It's so true.
Yeah. So unless there's any other major questions, really, you've seen the kit, you've seen the date.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you want to visit your favorite store over there and pick up your kits, order them. They'll be shipping out, I think, sometime in April.
Mm-hmm,
make sure you get them in your hands in plenty of time before class. And then, we're so looking forward to May 13th.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Now, do you happen to have any of the goodies from the add-on bundle?
I was wondering if you were going to ask about that.
Matter of fact, we might.
We do. You want to we'll scooch this stuff over.
Scooch the main bundle over, which, like I said, is packed. But for those of you who always want more, we've got more.
Yes, we do. So let's start here, right, Kim? Because people have been asking for this. People have been asking for.
Yes, absolutely. Probably the most requested glimmer we've had as far as plates is an alphabet. Time and time again, people have asked, we want an alphabet. Well, we wanted to bring an alphabet to you that was affordable, the perfect font, the perfect size. And I feel like we did that. And then we stepped it up even more.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got the alphabet, which is including the dies that match. So full alphabet here. You can see in the glimmer plate. It doesn't show so much here, but wanted to let you know it does have the matching die. This kind of shows a little bit better. Hopefully I can catch some of the glimmer on there. Yeah. But you will also see a little smidge of color there. And that's because we've also created a fun little stencil. So the stencil can add color. You're going to want to stencil this before you die cut. So super easy. One and done. You can do a little gradient like we did here. Again, kind of hard to tell, but we've kind of got some pinks and purples going on here.
Stunning.
So you can stencil or not stencil. That's up to you. It's beautiful either way. But we're really happy with the size, the font. It looks amazing on projects. So super excited about the Glimmer alphabet.
Before you move on, ladies, we do have a question about the event as a whole. And now I'm just trying.
Yes.
Will it be on YouTube? Will it be on Facebook? How do you get the link? How do you get into the class? All of that good stuff.
Amazing questions. And I want to give a shout out to you, Sherry, for helping us kind of figure the technical piece out to make it as easy as can be. So when you the folks watching, receive your kits, your kit will include a little booklet. And inside that booklet will be two very important pieces of internet information. One will be a QR code to join a Facebook group. We'd like to do private Facebook groups for this type of thing because it's just a great place to communicate and get people excited and talk about the homework.
It's fun.
And it's really fun after class when you all start posting your projects there and you start sharing with each other. And we love that too. We feel like, okay, this is good. So that'll be part one in the booklet. And how you'll get in is you'll kind of just check the QR code, and then you'll be asked for a passcode, and that passcode will be basically your key to get into the Facebook group. So that's part one. The actual event itself, the day of the class, the May 13th day of the class, will be hosted on YouTube, and that link will also be in your little booklet. And so everything will be right there in your kit. When you have your kit, you open it up, all the goodies will be in there. So we've tried to make it super easy for you to know where to go and be able to connect to platforms that you're used to. Because we all know YouTube and we all love it or hate it, no Facebook. So that's a really great question. And again, a huge thanks to Sherry for helping us kind of figure that part out.
And of course, if you're not able to watch live, which will be like
really good point,
sad face, but if you can't, it'll of course live there forever.
As long as the YouTube link, the YouTube gods let us. So it'll be there definitely. Or if you are joining us live and you want to go back and rewatch anything, you can do that as well. So that'll be great.
We know some of our ladies like to be able to watch and then create. So it's the best of all of those worlds, and our community is very familiar with all of that. So thank you for taking those insights to heart and making it work. Yeah,
it's been good. It's been good.
All right, couple more things in our little add-on kit. Big sentiment. We're just kind of digging the real big sentiments lately. This one is beautiful on its own, or you can layer it with one of our next items, which is a really cool stencil. So we've got a stencil that creates a big, beautiful floral like this guy. And I probably should have layered one on a card, but if you can picture it, and of course we'll be talking about this more in class, I'll show more samples. This sentiment layered on top of this floral, use your imagination. So, so pretty. It really gives you that stationary feel. I think it really gives you that modern stationary look. So stencil, this guy has a matching die, of course, which we have here.
And here.
That cuts it out, creates this little hello word also. So you've got your great little sentiment to match. So that comes together as one die set, the stencil and hello. And
that's where that hello is hiding.
That's where that hello is. We are going to add it to our picture. We took care of that today, so we'll be sending that out. And last but not least, the little texture is always amazing with our any type of glimmer. So we have this beautiful, beautiful 3D embossing folder. So really, if you mix and match any of these with or without the glimmer, it is so amazing.
So much.
So pretty. So yes, we're really excited about the add-on kit. Almost as excited as the original.
I know, because again, there's just so many more pieces will cross techniques.
There we go. We fixed that. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, ladies, for joining us tonight. I don't see any other questions, but if anyone does have questions, you guys know where to find me. And you can go right ahead to papercraftersworkshop.ca to register. I have to give my numbers in less than 2 weeks. So if you want to get in on this, you need to register. And you don't want to miss a class with these ladies. It is an absolute hoot. You are going to learn so, so much. And even someone like myself who has been glimmering, I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I've been glimmering for a bit. I'm so looking forward to all the things that I'm going to learn. Never hurts to get hands-on. So thank you so much, ladies, for joining in. I think we lost some sound here, but I guess it's time for us to go. So thank you, everyone, for joining in for Learning Live. Big, big thank you to Kim and Nicole, and we wish you a wonderful, wonderful week. I'll be back here tomorrow for What's New, folks, so make sure you come and see us. Good night.